This is a weird movie to review. I want to start by saying that I am personally against censorship of movies and art. I don't think that's anyone's place to do it. I don't think it's right. I think it's very, very, very suspect, and think you go down a path that you can't come back from. Of like, well, I don't like this, so it shouldn't be made. I don't think my personal opinions on stuff are indicative of necessarily the mainstream view or any sort of viewpoint past my own. So I certainly think with stuff like a certain movie or Island of Death, I don't like these things. I'm not a fan, but I support their right to exist. And that ties into this documentary because personally, I think Duce's music is crap. I think it's really crap. Now, I'm not saying they're crap musicians. I'm saying the actual songs are crap. Like, really bad. Before you get to the lyrics. But I don't think it's my place to judge. I don't care for the music. I think maybe it's the fact that I'm getting older, but I just think it's not even controversial. It's just bad music. But in saying that, I did chuckle a few bits because it's something so over the top. And it's just like, I don't believe it was written as a parody because I generally don't think the guy was all there. But at the same time, something so stupidly over the top that it's almost sort of like it's like two ways. One, he's aware of what he's doing and it's tongue in cheek. So parts of it are tongue in cheek, or he's not aware of what he's doing and parts of it is so stupidly over the top they're going to be written by someone who doesn't actually understand what he's writing. So there's that aspect, and then the other aspect of the fact that he's just a sad human being. Like, you're just watching this movie and you're like, it's a point where it becomes a bit depressing to watch because this guy's not all there. You know, and people he works with, it seems to be like, hey, it's a job. We don't agree with what he's saying. I don't get the impression that he's doing this intentionally any of this intentionally tongue-in-cheek. I think there's a bit of a pitiful nature to him where it's like, are you aware of what you're doing? Like, I mean, because they even say, his family members and other people even say, he had genuine drumming talent, but he didn't want to do the thing which he had to work for, so he went around the back. This guy probably could have been a drummer for a reasonably big band and made success, you know, or make music for the mainstream, as they point out in the movie Poison and bands like that. But he just... It's like he sabotaged his own chance of success. And he justifies it with, oh yeah, well, if I was that, I couldn't do this or that. And so like, mate, but you could have been a success, which would have shown your father more than this, because this is just... It's my personal stance is, look, if you're capable of greatness, why wouldn't you go for greatness? Why would you just settle for being a small fish, a big fish in a small pond if you're capable more? And not everyone has to do it. Like, as I know some people who are tremendous and they art and creative stuff, and they just don't want to do it as a career, and that's fine. But, you know, like, to me, it's like, I have that bit in nature where I'm like, well, I'd rather do that. No, I don't mind the level I'm at, but I'd rather be up there because, you know, that's more financially stable. And at the end of the day, these things are jobs, so you should want to see. What I will say about this documentary, though, is I think it's an incredible piece of art. And it's fascinating because if someone made up a feature movie and it's fictional and they had this stuff in there, you wouldn't believe it. But this is still somewhat unbelievable. But there were points where it's like, is this actually real? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was definitely a tough watch, but I'm glad I watched it, although I did have to watch it in 2 sittings. I don't really want to watch it again. It's got a thing called more Duce tapes, but I don't want to watch that. So, yeah, I did get something out of this. It's very, very, very good. Don't want to rewatch it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.